Hallo, välkommen. Okay, let's get a story on the road, and then I'm gonna go. Randomize. Okay, here's one about almost, maybe getting really close to dying. So, this takes place probably 2014 or 2013 or 2012, so we'll just say 2013. A bunch of us. There's Johnny Mon. There's Ixie Kanife. I don't know what I called him before, but something about ox and ix. Ixie Kanife. I don't know who else was there. I think a guy, we'll call him the Dex. The man, who knows what? There's probably like six, seven people there. We all decided to walk through a forest. So this was a plan in the making for a while. And the plan was to just hike through the deepest forest we could find on Google Maps. The thickest forest. We were going to go there. So it was like an hour-ish away. Hour and a half maybe. I don't know. Really far away. Just out of this town when the town border ends. And we were planning this. We were going to Walmart. We were getting like metal bowls, like dog bowls, and cans of beans and alphabet soup and SpongeBob ravioli. And Dora the Explorer foods and hot dogs, whatever. And we're gonna make a fire and cook. We're gonna camp out there. We're just gonna have a good old time in the forest and act like freaking nomadic jungle boys. So okay, there's a guy there. We'll call him. Now, I don't think this was the same time. There was a few forest moments. Multiple forest days. And yeah, so what happened was a bunch of us got on a bus, not a Greyhound, a Go bus. The serious buses, the buses that take you to serious levels of Earth. And there's like 2 floors and stuff like that, and the comfy seats, and there's bathrooms in there. I don't know if there's a bathroom in this one. There probably was. Probably not. I don't know. It was just a serious bus. The serious buses. The buses that are serious, okay? The travel buses. So there's this guy who also came with us. We'll call him Nyanya. And Nyanya is a rare occurrence to be chilling with us. So I made the plans. I got the plans to I got the directions. I was like the direction man. I'm like, okay, guys, we're gonna get on this bus. We got to go on this bus. We got to go this way. We got to get off here. And boom. And everyone's like, okay, let's go. Everyone's like, get on the bus. Pay $36. I remember clearly. I think it was $36 for this ticket to get to this forest. And there was whatever number the bus was. Say the bus is number 6. The 6 east or the 6 north and the 6 south. Okay. We got to get on the 6 whatever. The 6 north. So we all pay our money. Blip blum. Get our tickets. We all sit our asses down. And we wait. We got our bags packed with all our supplies for this camp out. It's about to be dizzy. It's about to be stupidity at its well sought out finest. So, we're traveling, and we're all excited. I'm just like, oh. And then halfway through this damn travel, I'm like, yo, something is off. I'm looking at the map. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. And the name of the bus is, every bus has like a name, or like the name of the street, or I don't know. It was like the 6 bus north, the six blah blah bus north, and the 6 blah blah bus south. And it was the name of a college. The bus was the name of a college, or a uni or something, a university. And we all finally are reaching the destination. And I'm just like, this is not right. Where's the end of this? Why are we still seeing places and houses and buildings? And we're supposed to be like at the edge of the city right now. And we get off because they stop and they're like, final stop. I'm like, yo, we took the wrong bus. We went the complete opposite way. We got on the 6 south or the north, the wrong one, and we stopped at the uni. So we're like completely opposite of a forest. We're at a university with a bunch of supplies to camp. We're like, and I'm just like, I feel super stupid because I was the one in charge of getting us to the freaking forest. And I'm always so stupid at directions. Like, I would need Google Maps. I would need Google Maps to get around one's own neighborhood. Like 4 streets down, I would need Google Maps, okay? Like, that's how serious, like, directions. I hope I'm better now. I probably am better since, like, realizing that. But there's this one story about being at the Arctic Monkeys concert on 6 Tabs of Acid, where I won't even spoil it, but that was the day or the night where I was like, you know what? I do know my directions if I want. Anyway, back to the story. Whoop, pow. We're just at this university and we're like, damn, we're walking through the uni. It's nighttime, so I think some doors were open. Maybe we walked around inside. We're just like, ha. And then I'm just like, let's check the map, Google Maps, and see where the closest forest is here. And luckily, there was a pretty big forest nearby. Yeah, pretty big, pretty nice. But it was a forest people actually trekked in. Like, we were trying to find, like, untrekked ground because that's the funnest. But this was a forest that, like, people go through, you know. Thousands of people have been in it. We wanted to, like, step on ground that no other man has stepped on before and plant flags in there like we own this planet in the name of Wells. In the name of Wales. We own this planet in the name of Wales. Now, so we're like, let's go to this damn forest. Maybe we'll camp in there. So we start getting on our way. It's a bit of a hike. We go hiking. We hike through the damn concrete jungle. And we get to this forest and we're like, doo. And I remember we started under a bridge and someone brought a bong. It might have been like Del Sorte or something. Like, I don't know who was there. And they pull out the bong, and this bong's name was Dr. Manhattan or something like that. And then we start smoking some kush out of this bong under the bridge right when we got in the forest. Like, the entry of the forest, we're like, let's smoke, bong hits, and walk through. So, you know, we're just standing under the bridge, just graffiti there. We're just like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, packing the bowl. And then I remember, I think I was on the bong, and I had my mouth on it, and I'm about to take this hit. And, like, I'm, like, concentrated and focused on, like, taking the bong hit. And then I see, like, in my peripheral, at my northeast, a skabobble going on. And I look up, and I just see Johnny Monty, and, like, I think, like, Fortnite was there. I think Fortnite, too. And Nyanya is just, like, dropping on their two of them are holding each of his arms, and he's like about to fall on the ground. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, what the heck is this, a joke? So I take the bong hit, I blow it. I'm like, kind of like lightheartedly, what the heck's going on over there? And I go, they slowly put him down on the ground, and Nyanya's passed out on the ground. I was like, what the hell happened right now? And then Nyanya gets up like a minute later, and he's like, my blood sugar. My blood sugar's low. I didn't take my pen or whatever. I need a chocolate bar. And we're like, we gotta get Nyanya a chocolate bar. What are you doing coming in the deep? We're about to go in a deep forest. You tell people you need a chocolate bar, dude. Coming in the forest with his diabetes. Passes out at the first entrance of it. So we're just like, I don't know what the heck happened. I think we just like, we didn't continue. I think maybe we did. We might have just left, but I remember there was maybe there was 3 forest moments. So I don't know. I don't know if we left after this. We probably did, but I have a feeling we just were contemplating. We're like, do you want to leave? Do you want to leave, Nyanya? We're going to go? Nyanya? And he's like, I think someone had chocolate or candy or something. I think we just ended up continuing on our way into the forest. Who knows? That's in the air. I don't remember if we left the forest or not. But say we did. There's a parallel universe where we did. But there's a place where we did. But I don't know. I don't remember. But I just remember we continue in the forest. I think we did continue because I don't remember any other time except these 2 times. The training day and the real day. So this day when we got to the wrong university, we're like, yo, let's just make this a training day because this is a tutorial because we're going to go to a bigger forest next time and it's going to be damn serious because we're going to camp in there. We're just like, yeah, we're not going to camp in this one. Let's just like go through this one. So we're going through it. Nyanya's okay. I think this is what happened. Nyanya was okay. We like gave him candy or something. We had candy on us. Like, let's go. Nyanya, what the heck? Your HP, your stamina, and your mana are back up. Let's get the frick. Like, this guy got attacked by a ghost in the forest. It was like, one-shotted him and he got knocked out. We're like, oh crap, revive. And he's like, revive me. I have freaking Wunderwaffe upgraded. We're like, oh damn, bro. This guy has Wunderwaffe. So, we go through, going deeper and deeper. And it's night and it's cold. We got our jackets on and it's snowy, and then there's water and a big ass bridge somewhere deep in. Big bridge, long winding bridge over the water and the marsh and the swamp. And I remember Dex is like, yo, pulling up the cushion. I'm not that experienced with Kush at this point, but he's like, yo, do the ghost talk. And I'm like, yo, I can do the ghost talk. But in my head, I'm like, I can't really do a ghost talk, but I'll try to do a ghost talk. And I remember everyone's like filming me for freaking Instagram or like something like, or Snapchat. And I'm like, I'm about to do the ghost talk on the gram. Are you stupid guy? I hold it in for like 5.16 seconds and I blow it out. I'm like, dog, that was the greatest ghost talk you ever saw. No, it wasn't the greatest ghost talk I ever saw. I was like, no, there's no way that was a freaking ghost talk. I was like, there's no way that was a sufficient ghost talk, but I've never ghost talked before. And I've never seen someone ghost talk before. They just explained how to ghost talk at that moment. I'm like, okay, this is what you do. And then Dex is like, yo, I'm the weed man. Give me that. Film me. No, he didn't say film me, but they were filming him. And I'm like, okay, watch Dex is going to do it. I'm just like, Dex is going to show the way. No, you don't suck that hard for the ghost talk. Anyway, holds it in for about 17.8 seconds. I don't know. Holds it in a long time, and we're like, damn, no smoke came out. That was the real ghost talk. That was the ghost that attacked Nyanya back at the entrance. From the time in the future, it came to the past from your ghost talk here in the now and attacked him. Like, what the hell, Dex? Shooting out time-traveling ghost talks that alter reality and the dimension of space-time gravitational pull in the electromagnetic field of the bioluminescence of the universe. So we're like, that was cool, ha ha ha. Start continuing on our way, blah, blah, blah. Cool, fun time. We get back out of the forest, we're like, yeah, that was cool. guys ready for next time? You guys ready for the real deal? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you forget about me. Freeze frame, all of our arms in the air. We're like, get ready for part 2. Saranghe yakata yatta. And then we go back to our respective houses. Get on that go bus. We're like feeling the druidity within us. I just remember feeling that. I remember feeling like a plant on the bus back home. I'm like, dude, I'm a plant. I have plant essence within every integrational part of one's Planck units and molecular structure right now. So we saw deers in there and stuff. It was pretty cool. Heard weird things. I don't know. Trying to make it scarier than it was. Because, you want to see something cool in there. Like a boogeyman or a mud monster. Or a level 50 paladin that gives you a freaking sword and says it's dangerous to go alone, take this. And we're like, bro, we got the whole crew with us. What do you mean alone? Why you only have one sword too? Get the freaking crew a bunch of swords, dog. So we go back home, and then like, we're still in school, high school at this point. So we're just like, wait, no, we're not in high school at this point. Because I didn't smoke weed in high school. So I think like a week later or half a week later, we were finally ready. We're like, yo guys, it's part 2. We had our XP, everything was cool. Let's get on that bus again and get to the real deal, that deep forest that we've had bookmarked on Google Maps, screenshotted. You don't even understand. This was the spot. We're like, this is the freaking place. We found the deepest, biggest plot of forest in the middlest of nowhereist that we could find, but closest to us. The closest one, but the biggest one. The one that looked the coolest. We get on this bus. We get there. We're there. Let's go. Maybe we drove there in a car. I don't know. Because I don't remember getting on the bus again to get there. But we probably did. Anyway. So our plan is still to camp there. So we bring all our stuff again. The food and the rude dude stuff and the backpack with the metal bowls and the this and the that to cook and the camp and like, I don't know what we're thinking, but we're freaking ambitious young men because it was snowing and ice and not snowing, but there was snow on the ground and it was icy and wet but we were going to do it. We're going to camp. Like, isn't that what people did? Like, what do you think people did in friggin' 15,000 BC? 50,000 BC? Those half monkey, half humans? Dude, we were half monkey, half humans at that time. We were going to camp like it was normal. We're going to camp and eat shrooms. So we just are trekking through this damn forest. And we're trekking. And we're trekking. And we're deep. And it's night. So we got our phone flashlights and like, we're doing this. Nyanya didn't come this time. Dex didn't come this time. Yeah, I think those were the only 2 people that didn't come this time. There were probably like 5 of us. Yeah, around there. So we're just like pretty deep in this bish. And it's a point where there are fallen trees making single trunk bridges over rivers of ice, and it's like 3 trunks for one river, because it's like one trunk and then another trunk is like touching the end of that one and another trunk is touching the end of that one, and it's like a series of these like single trunk bridges. Okay, there's like 5 rivers or something, and we're crossing these hoes balancing on them, and all these blogs have ice and snow on them, and it's pitch black, and you don't know where the river is below you because everything is snow and ice. So there's some parts that are just not river, like I guess where the ends of the logs weren't the river. But anyway, we gotta cross these bumblecluts. So we're crossing them, balancing. We gotta cross the first one, cool. We gotta cross the second one, cool. Like, this is like a test. This is a feat of spiritual power. And finally, this is like in the middle of it. There's like no going back. You want to go back, you're going to have to cross. You want to go forward, you're going to have to cross. Or you walk straight along the riverbank. And I don't even know if the river bank continued the whole way. Like, this was a weird river. It was like a super wild river. Multiple rivers. Like one river that had islands in the middle and stuff. I don't know. It was weird. There's so much snow and ice I couldn't really see. And it was dark. So, like, I'm in the middle. I remember Ixikanife had just crossed the one in front. And Fortnite was probably in front. Someone was behind, like Johnny Money or something. Like, we were all like going in a line, of course, right? You can't be like 5 people beside each other on the log. You got to be behind or in front of each other. So anyway, I'm stepping on this log and I'm about to go to the next bank where Ixikanife is and Johnny Money or Fortnite. And I think Del Sorte was there too. I don't know. I think it was just Fortnite, Del Sorte, Ixikanife, Johnny Money. I think those were the only people. And I. So I'm walking on this bumbleclut log. And what happens? Buddy boy, I slip. Buddy boy, I grab onto that dam. My feet go crashing through the ice. Water like a bush nush on my feet. I'm like a cat. I pounce right back up on the log and try to get up and slip again on the other side. I pounce right back up on the log and try to slip on it. I pounce right back up on the log like a damn cat coming out of the bath water. Like trying to drop a cat in the bath. And I just hear Ixikanife, Devon! And I'm like, today is the day that I freaking suffer the consequences of the wrath of death. And like, I'm deep to my... I finally did get out, and I'm like, like, there was one time I thought I was actually going under. But this was weird. This was like a sheet of ice, and then like 3 feet of hollow, and then another sheet of ice, and then the river. So like when I hit that crash to the first sheet of ice, it was just all hollow. And then I crashed through the second sheet of ice 3 feet down, and then it was like the water. Like this was and then there's like marsh everywhere. Like, dude, if I died here, it would have been the strangest the strangest culmination of the mind. Like that would be my mind. Like I die in that shit. That's what my mind state would have been. The environment would have been a reflection of the mind. Anyway, so yeah, I get up and I'm like, okay. And like, so they all saw like up to my chest, up to my armpits, me under the ice. But like all that was touching the water was up to my hip, up to my waist. So then like my whole torso was just in this purgatory of under the ice, but over the ice in a pocket of air where I guess the river used to be higher and then it froze and then it came lower and it froze again. So yeah, I keep pouncing up like crash through, crash through. And I'm like, keep your balance. And I kept my balance at this final part. I'm like, okay. And like people thought I was about to die. Like, I think everyone was like, oh crud. Like, yo, that was a serious moment. Like that was an actual serious moment. And then I get to this side and I'm like, okay, up to my hips. Now, in our lives, we've crashed through ice before, and we've wet our legs, our foot, up to our calf. I've never seen a friend crash up to their knee. I've never seen anyone crash through the water up to their knee. That was the most intense through the ice I've experienced. It was up to the hips. So I'm in the ice water up to the hips. And when I got to the other side, I'm just like, damn, I'm fully iced out. I forgot my phone was in my pocket. I totally forgot. I was just like, holy moly. I literally almost died, but whatever. I didn't die, so like whatever. And it wasn't hitting me. And I don't think I let it hit me. Like, I know I'm talking about it, but whatever. Yeah, it was kind of scary, but it was also just like, didn't hit me that hard. Just like, I'm not gonna die. So anyway, I'm just like, yeah. And everyone's just like, yeah. And we're just like, yeah, let's go back. And then we just turned back and we walked across. And I remember being like, do I die when I walk back across? But I was like, nah, I'm not gonna fall again. Because I remember being like, dude, that gave the power to balance. I just remember thinking to myself, like, my legs are ice now, so they're solid. So I'm going to have solid stability coming back. So we go back. And then halfway back going out, I'm like, oh, my phone's in my pocket. I take it out. Still works, whatever. I'm holding it in my hand. Or I put it in my jacket pocket, I remember. It wasn't cold. I was thinking, the worst thing I was thinking was like, dude, I'm going to get hypothermia. Or like, it's going to be so cold trying to get back. It wasn't. It actually was not. I just remember them asking, and I'm like, no, it's actually warm. Like, it's actually warm. My legs are warm right now. And I remember like, yeah, it's kind of dry. Like, it was just wet, damp. I'm like, dude, it's not that even wet anymore. So we finally get back out, and we're just like laughing about that dumb stuff. I remember Johnny Money, when I'm falling through the ice, I look at him, and he's on the middle of the log, just like with like an expression like the emoji that's just ... and a dot. 2 dots for the eyes and a dot for the mouth. Or like the little dot, the little circle for the mouth with the white teeth. Just that. And I'm just like, Johnny Money's just like, holy shit. Do I continue going forward? Like, what the heck? He had to witness that on the log. No one else witnessed that while on the log. Everyone else was like on the bank already. But Johnny Money had to witness it on the log. So anyway, yeah, we get back. I don't remember. Camping was a bust. We're not going to camp in the wet pants on the DeVonQi. And yeah, we just take our walk back to the bus stop. I honestly do not remember what happened, how we got home, if we got on the bus or drove in someone's car. I think we drove in someone's car, to be honest. But who knows? We got home, I took off them pants, and I was like, that was pretty cool. That was pretty freaky. That was pretty deep. I just remember the sensation of feeling that ground of ice up to my armpits, like with my arms above it, like holding on, like Jack in Titanic holding onto the plank of wood. I just remember that sensation and how weird it was to just feel a pocket of air underneath, and then you're up to your hips wet and you're hanging onto it's so weird, dude. And then thinking about how I was pouncing back up on that log. I wasn't even holding on to the log. Like, I pounced back up. Or maybe I was. I don't know. I was just pouncing up because I'm like, if I let go. Yeah, because the log was like right on the ice. The top level of ice, the log was like right on it. So I wasn't holding onto the ice. I was holding onto the log with my arms like Jack. I was just pouncing up back and forth, and kept falling like 3 or 4 times until I finally was like, this pounce, holy crap, focus. Like chaotic pouncing, and then one focused pounce to get on and balance. And then being like, yo, I guess we should go back. Trippy. Bottom of the jacket was wet. All those olive green pants, my favorite pants. Those were cool pants. I loved those pants back in the times. And then that black bubble jacket, wet right at the edge of the bottom. And I remember putting my phone in there. I'm like, okay, pocket can't fit, or my phone can't go in my pocket because it's wet. I put it in my jacket pocket, but it was wet at the bottom of the jacket pocket. I'm like, it's gonna have to do. Maybe I put it in the inside of my jacket. I don't know, but I just remember being like, yo, this phone lived. This phone survived that bullshit. And then, yeah, just went to sleep because it was pretty late. It was like, LOL. Woke up the next day. Just remember thinking like, are we gonna talk about it today or not? I don't think we talked about it the next day. I just remember being at home like, heh, funny. Let's go play some Xbox. Heh. Yeah, Xbox. Heh. Hi, mommy. Heh. I almost died yesterday. Heh. Could have literally been dead. I don't know if I would have died. If I let go of that log, I would have been all the way down, but who knows if I would have died. I honestly probably would have just been, who knows how deep that river went. But if it went up to my hips, it could have probably been pretty deep. But I feel like I would have just been under that first layer of ice. My feet would have hit the ground, maybe up to my chest in water, or like to my like abs in water. And then I would have just been like looking around under there in the friggin' limbo of the video game. Like if you clip through the ground, I would have been like, yo, where am I? And everyone up there would have thought I was gone. But I would be like, yo guys, I'm over here. Like what the hell's going on? Like I'm in a pocket of ice right now. This is weird. Anyway, that's what happened. Be careful. Like be careful. Or have fun. Have fun and be careful. If you're going to go to the danger zone, you know, is the danger zone. But is it really dangerous? What if I did die? Does that even matter? What if it would have been cooler? I mean, I'd rather not have died. But what if I did die and I'd be like, actually, yo, I rather would have died. Actually, yo, I rather would have died. Or what if I died, would I been like, dude, I should have lived. Dude, I should have just survived that. I don't know. I'm just saying. Be aware. Of where you are. You know, some people like the danger zone. They like being on the teetering edge of life and death, on the leading edge of the middle of perhaps the crossover of the nexus. But is it any different? Just be with yourself. And the danger zone will be an illusion. Though don't be too selfish. Although realize there's nothing perhaps to be selfish about. Though it may break hearts if you went missing and died. Though this is just a teaching of the nature of life. But do we know the truth? Maybe there is a place where there is no death. And maybe it's here. Death is an illusion. Death is real. Life is an illusion. Life is real. It is none of these things, and it is all of these things at once. And it is each and the other on their own terms. So, just know what you want, and ask what you wish for, and realize it is fearless and ignorantless, and we have all the life in existence to not exist. And if there's a realization of non-existence, we are there too, no matter what. Anyway, farewell.
Beyond, beyond, yonder, not here, no now. I can see inside your head. I know what you say, but I'm thinking maybe it's just an excellent gift. Wicked, vile, vicious bliss, innocent, honest bliss.